Hello, I have a new microphone, and today we're going to be putting the new seats that I've bought into my Peugeot 206cc. Now, I've already said I really don't like the cream interior, so I got myself a pair of black interior seats. Basically these seats were coloured black, plus the door cards, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. I'm going to be installing them, and you are going to be on this journey with me. So, first off, the battery has been disconnected. After disconnecting the battery, make sure to get your tools and lay them out, which is what I'm going to do now. First, you want to open your boot. First, you want to unlock your boot and then open it. To get your toolkit. Mine is my dad's socket set, and place it in the boot. Being careful not to jam your hand under the toolkit. So first, I'm going to start with the seats. Now, I might get the seats done today, and I may run out of time to do the door cards. However, if this happens, I will have a day too. So, first, I'm going to start with the front seats. I'm going to take them out, then take the back seat out, and put everything back in with the new seats. So, helping me on this journey, if you would kindly come with me, is my Haynes manual that I got with the car. Now, I am on the page where it tells you how to undo the seats. Now, I've just noticed the camera can't read the text, so I will read it for you. So first, it says to disconnect the battery, which we've already done. Second, it says to slide the seat fully forwards. So first it says to slide the seat forwards. We do this by sliding this lever forwards, and the seat goes forwards. Next, it says to unloosen this bolt, and this bolt here to undo the seat rails. So first we need a tool to do that. Now, this is purely trial and error, so don't expect to get the right bit first try. Yes! So after getting your ratchet and your bit, personally, I'd recommend having an extension as well with your bit and your ratchet. However, the choice is up to you. I just find it easier because then it means that I don't have to back on hitting this door, the bottom of the door. It means I can do it faster. So let's do that now. Even though I'm turning it the other way. Oh, cranky Moses, these are quite tough. The ratchet is back. You would. Make sure that if you have any bolts that are important, keep them in a safe place. I'm going to put mine in the boot of my car where I put my toolkit. Next, I will undo the other bolt. Next on the list, it says to slide the seat fully backwards and then slacken and remove the seat rail from the mounting bolts, as can be seen there. So let's do that. So it says to slide the seat fully backwards. So all we do then is we just get a hold of it. Try to be careful because now the seat is more unsecure. And make sure not to leave any of your tools behind the seat when you slide it backwards. Now, I can see, there is a nut here and a nut on the other side, the same as the back. So let's undo them. For these ones, I would recommend getting a steady tap. Your ratchet looks like this. Now, I can easily get this here and unscrew this bolt. Then, I'll do the same on the other side. Or at least I would try. I am very happy I'm not doing this with a screwdriver, because it would be impossible. Now you see, with this bolt I had quite a few problems because for some reason it just wouldn't come out of the seat. Sorry. Be careful, because now that this last bolt is released, the seat will be completely disconnected from the car, as I have just learned now, which should have been fairly obvious. The problem I had here is I couldn't get the bolt out because I didn't have enough space, so I chose just to leave it in the seat and then get it when I took the seat out. After loosening the other bolt, the seat should now come out. However, if you can't access the bolt, pull the seat out and then extract the bolt, as I will do now. Try to be careful, as these are very heavy seats. If the seat won't come out, don't force it. Make sure that all of the bolts are unscrewed. Now before you pull the seat out, there is a connector underneath the seat for the airbags, if your car has airbags on the side of the seat like mine. Make sure to disconnect this harness before you pull off the seat. The harness is towards the front of the seat, so you might find it easier to go around the front instead of the back. Be very careful with these connectors, as they are very fragile as of the car's age, and they will just snap. Do you know how people who are into cars talk about how they hate connectors? Well, I agree with them. I spent around about 20 minutes on this connector because I couldn't figure out how it came out. Turns out, as I'll later explain, there was a tab on the top and I was bending it the wrong way. I know. I'm an absolute dummy.
All I did was rant and rave for 20 minutes about how awful it was, and I could have gone on for a fortnight.
Turns out, the connector that I was trying to disconnect, the tab on the top, I was bending down. Turns out, you bend it up. After bending it up, the connector came straight out. I am an absolute dummy. So, after disconnecting all of the connectors, the seat should now come fully out. However, make sure that all of these wires that the connectors are connected to aren't strapped to the seat in any way. After doing this, take the seat out. All I was doing here was trying to get the plastic bit that the connectors were hooked up to off the seat, as the car had a wire that went into this plastic bit, stopping me from taking the seat out of the car. Now the connectors are disconnected from the seat, and all wires are not tied to the seat in any way, I can remove the seat. Which I will do now. Oh, after getting my hand unjammed from underneath it. Now take the seat and put it on a flat surface. Now I can get the nut that I was looking for. However, don't celebrate yet, as you will now realise you have to do the same for the passenger seat. I'm a happy man. However, for taking the passenger seat out, I will skip this bit on the camera, as I can't get the camera around there. There is not enough space, and overall you won't be able to see me getting the seat out. So, and boom! There we go, the passenger seat is finally out. I've been at this too long. As of the subwoofer caused many issues because the wires that me and my dad routed when we fit it were through the seat fittings. So, I had to undo the wire, well, I had to unplug the subwoofer. I've actually got the subwoofer here, separate. Luckily, it disconnected and it was just a simple case of pulling the subwoofer out. Anyway, now that the passenger seat is out, we have the back seats. So, I will look at the Haynes manual and just have a look and see how these come out, so give me 2 seconds. So, looking at the diagram, there is a nut here and a nut over there. Unscrew them nuts and this whole thing will come out as one big piece, and the back cushions are simply just hooked to these, so the back cushions just come out easily as that. So, let's undo the nuts. So, all we do is undo this nut and the one over there, and this whole thing comes out. So let's do that. Then we do the same with the other side. Most of the time you can just get the nut nice and loose, and then just loosen it the rest of the way with your hands. There we go. Now I need to clear the seat. Ow, without banging my head. I've cleared the back seats. So now all you do is you pull this forwards and it should hinge. Also, I thought this seat was very hard to get out. I tried everything. I tried brute force. I tried looking through the Haynes manual. I then tried brute force again, and no dice. However, in the end, as saw in the Haynes manual, It just said to pull it out, so that's what I did. And you won't believe what I figured out in the end. Oh! You won't believe me, but the only thing stopping it from coming out was this pound. I'm not joking. As soon as this came out, that came out. Bro, this thing's got sentimental value. Turns out that pound coin was from 2009. So about 16 years old. Which is crazy. Because this thing is nearly about 20-year-old. Well, no, it is 20-year-old. So that coin is 4 years younger than this car. I'm keeping it. Anyway, back to the seats. Moving the cushion. Beautiful. That is absolutely delicious. And now it says to unscrew the nuts that are holding the back cushions in. So I'll do that now. Where's my ratchet gone? Under the book. And I've just lost the page again. I am not happy. Now what's left to do is to pull these cushions out like this. I'll do it for this one so you guys can see. Now make sure you lift upwards as these are clipped in, like that. You ever wanted to see what the inside of a Peugeot looks like without the interior? Well, now you can. Ignore the mess over there. There's nothing there. Nothing to see here. Yes. This is going to look so nice with the black interior in, dude. I can already imagine it. The only problem is when I put the black seats in, the door cards will still be creamed, which will make it look a bit mismatched. However, once I put the door cards in tomorrow, the interior will be finished. The only issue being is the glove box will still be cream, as I have to dye it for it to be black, because I didn't get the glove box with the kit that I bought. Now it is time to put the passenger and the driver's seat in. What I will do is I will put the passenger seat in first and then show you the driver's seat. I will be back in a couple of seconds. Oh, it's them stupid connectors. I'm bleeding so much. So what I'll have to do is disconnect the subwoofer temporarily so I can get the front bolts in and then just
for God's sake!
I have finagled the seat in. Now we just need to screw it in. Unplug the connectors in. Come on, you goon. Ow. That's one. And that is number 2. And then this is number 3. So, there. Boom. Now I just need to screw the seat in. Going anywhere. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch the pedals just so when my dad gets in to move it. Okay, so the only thing that I've found is with the seats, the rails do need a little bit of WD-40 on it. They're that, or they just need one in. But other than that, they're spot on. They're lovely and comfy as well. Yes. So this is now the Pugbert with his black leather seats in. Yes. Fabulous. So now, all there is to do is the door cards. Which I will do later on, whether it's tomorrow or whether it's 5 minutes from now. Turns out, it's going to be right now. So, first things first. We need to get this thing off. How do we do that exactly? By turning the camera around. So first of all, we need to undo this screw right here. There is a screw here. And then it all just clips off with jimmy tools, which I will go and get now. Now, I didn't show how to take the driver's side off. That's purely because the camera didn't record. However, I can show you how to take this one off. It might be quite difficult, however I'll try to do my best. So, first things first, this time at least, is we need to take the tweeter cover off. To do this, you just pull it off, basically. Just try to be careful with it. Use a jimmy bar if needed. There is a screw And then there is a screw right here. After undoing them, you are ready to take the door card off. Now, no, you are not ready to take the door card off because you need to take the handle off and the handle cover. There we go, that's that off. Now we're ready to get the door card off. So, you want to start from this side and work your way over that way. With your jimmy bar, you insert it into this little gap right here. You'll be able to see the pin that you're trying to pop out. Just carefully edge it out. You then go to your next section, which is down here. There we go. The next. Now, for you, be careful with your clips because you can break them very easily and they're very fragile, especially in a hard stage. However, to me, I'm not bothered because the replacement door cards come with clips as well, so it doesn't matter to me. Plus, these door cards are taking off first. Make sure that the whole door card is loose and it should be removed like this. Then what you want to do, carefully lift it up on that side. And this side might need a little bit of persuasion. Come on, come up on this side. There we go. And that is the door card off. Nothing to see there. This time I have the right door card. This is for the passenger side. I'm an absolute dummy. So now, the way that this goes back off, first of all you need to remove the handle. Then, carefully feed the lock indicator through the hole. May need a bit of control. Then you feed the top in. And now, it's just a simple case of making sure that all of the poppins, the pops, are in the right place. Turns out that one's falling out, so this part like this. I think now we're ready to bang it in. Right, why isn't this side going in? I've got dirt all over me. Luckily I'm wearing new clothes. Now, I'm going to use my door handle because it's less scratched than the one that came with the door card. And this is just a simple case of putting it in.
That's what she said. Michael.
And screwing the little nut in the handle in. And then take this one and just tile. Next is the handle cover. Simply just pops in. Go. And then you need to put the screw that was over here back in. The screw hates going in. And I hate dropping it on the floor. Where has it gone? There it is. Then you need to take your other screw and put it in the other side. Then last but not least, you get your starhead screwdriver, which I don't have. I will get in a minute. Would it already look? Oh, we're not good yet.
3 weeks later.
Hello. It is very dark. Now, the Haynes manual told me to take the seats back out to get the rear door cards out. So, I did that in advance. Because I thought, what's the point in putting them out and then back in again, and then taking them out. So, that's what I did. Now what it says next to do, is to undo this bolt right here, for the seat belt. Which I will do now. However, these rear door cards were again very hard to get out, much like the seat on the back. So I had to ask for some help. Now, even with this help, it was still quite difficult, as to get the door cards out, you had to lift some plastic that kept it in, out of the way. However, this was connected to the car via clips, and as I said before, these clips break very easily, so me and my dad had to be very delicate with these plastic bits, which made the process take forever. But we still managed to do it. And here is a little slideshow that I put together with the new interior in Pugbert. Took 4 hours to put them seats in, but in the end it was so worth it. Now all of the interior except from the glove box is blacked out, and that's what I was going for, and especially with contrast with the LEDs, it just looks mint. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to bring some more content like this in the near future. Bye for now.